Up next, the Celtics taking on the Knicks. For the Celtics, they started the season with a win. Tonight, out to make it win number 2. Knicks, Celtics, coming up next on... Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this and this season. young. Greg, what are you looking forward to this year?
Well, Kevin, I'm always interested in the rookies, seeing which guys step up. The leap to the NBA can be a huge one, so you never know what will happen with some of these young players.
So with Conley sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Tom Thibodeau right now. Bowen is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Wade. Then there's Payton. And it's Ewing in at the 5 down low. Payton surveying the floor. Pass to Wade. And it's Mourning with the rebound. Stolen by Ewing. Here's Payton. Rebound Boston. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Had a chance to catch up with Joe Mazzulla. I asked Coach about facing off against Bam Adebayo, and he told me the dangerous thing about Bam is his versatility. He's able to play different roles for his team depending on the matchup. And that versatility makes it difficult to game plan against him. Guys?
Thank you, David.
And this is Bowen's specialty on offense, a legit threat from beyond the arc.
Outside Tatum. The Celtics working the ball around now. Fader on the way. Ewing gets the rebound. Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against the Nets in Brooklyn.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Yeah, the interesting part was they kept firing away in that game, but the defense didn't make much of an adjustment.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First one falls for him.
Wade is a very consistent performer from the foul line. This is why you always avoid fouling him if you can.
He's perfect from the line this time. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Artest with the ball. His last outing, he had 8 points. Tatum a screen. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Sloan. Patrick Ewing comes up with the rebound.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
Pass to Bowen. Outside, Ewing. And stolen by Mourning. Down low. And he dunks it down.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Frazier against Payton. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Wade. Accurate with the jumper from the elbow.
Excellent use in the mid-range area. You know that's one of his favorite shots.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
And now a look at Jason Tatum. He's coming off an excellent season, and he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And clearly one of the dominant scorers we have in this league. His top 5 ranking last year. Puts him right there in the ranks of the elite. Boston shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
How about that team-first mentality that Sloan brings to the game that does a little bit of everything on offense and plays with a ton of passion defensively.
Pass to Adebayo. Stolen by Tatum. All by himself. The big dunk at the end of the break.
And that passing ability really helps separate Tatum from so many others because the defense has to focus on his ability to score. And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
You know, Brent, when you wonder why GMs take a risk on Project Big Man, Bam Adebayo is an example of why they do just that.
Yeah, Kevin, it's not always about the project working out. It's about teams that have a plan for the project, and certainly Miami was able to do that. You have to credit Bam. He put the work in. The guy has been solid. He's an all-star. He's continuing to improve, and he gives you everything on both ends of the floor every night.
Bowen, the pass to Ewing. And Mourning sends it back.
And that is why shooters fear Mourning. He's got excellent instincts for coming up with the block.
Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. That sends Jason Tatum to the free throw line. That's on Patrick Ewing. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And it's Wade with the ball for New York. They trail by 1. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
And they really took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
And the mid-range jump shot is something Dwayne Wade has really perfected throughout his career.
Mourning up top. Back to Frazier. Pass to Sloan. Now Artest. 5 to shoot. Here's Sloan. A three-pointer off the mark.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot, just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
Here's Tatum, and the dunk by Tatum.
And the defense hates to see it. Tatum putting on a little bit of a show with that jam.
To the inside, stolen by Artest. Pass to Tatum. Mourning with it, and Mourning throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. So New York ends up going with the new group. With this pause in the action, let's show you the teams that have scored the most points in the league last season. The Celtics second.
I just loved how this team attacked their opponents. You could see their confidence grow as the year went on, and the points really started to pile up.
Here's Conley. Vanderbilt the pass to Person. Back to Vanderbilt. Here's Caldwell Pope. And it's off from three-point range. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first. But there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, D.A. Thank you. Celtics leading by 5. Well, Greg, Boston didn't just win the title. They won their 18th NBA championship in style.
No series went more than 5, going 16-3 in the postseason, Kevin. Half of those wins were by 15 or more. The Celtics really weren't even challenged during that title run.
Some nice ball movement here by the Celtics. 2 minutes. Here's Old. And it's Mike Conley with the rebound. Knicks trail by 5. Pass to Vanderbilt. It's not going to go for him. Gasol with the defensive effort. Here's Frazier. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And Frazier's playing philosophy was established back in high school. Aggressive defense and hitting an open man is more productive than taking the wild shot.
And Frazier drops them both.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
to the middle. Here's McAdoo, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
You guys read the game like Conley.
Celtics leading by 5. Here's Frazier. 12 points his last outing. A floater, and it's sent back by McAdoo. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Jones checked in for Jones.
For the Celtics, number 20, Herbert Jones.
Frazier against Caldwell Pope. Shot clock at 6. A nice shot by Frazier.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Knicks trail by 7. Conley surveying the D to the paint. Here's Vanderbilt. Rebounded by the Celtics. 43 seconds left in the first. Shot by Frazier, no good. New York's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Howard can't hit. The Knicks have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Outside Conley. Caldwell Pope with a screen for Conley. No good on the last second attempt there. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Boston on top. They're up by 5. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Boston.
They have started this game looking to push the tempo, and it's working for them. Great job of scoring in transition.
They've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
Jason Tatum is out there with Jones. Then there's Mourning, and it's Sloan with the shooting guard. That's the Boston 5.
Great pass there from Herbert Jones. When someone's open, he'll find it.
Caldwell Pope outside. Adebayo with a screen on Jones. Jones against Caldwell Pope. Goes back up. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut to just 5 on the basket from Ewing.
And Ewing with that size really creates a tough matchup, especially when he's attacking the offensive board.
Here's Ole. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. Ole's got the lead up to 7 now for the Celtics. And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
Driving inside.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
Boston making a switch here. Artest is checked in, and a switch here also for New York. Bowen, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Ole passes to Tatum. Here's Ole, defended by Payton. Boston, no good that time either.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Adebayo the screen, inside. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
That time, Bam just shifted the D over and found the bucket all by himself.
Tatum against Adebayo. Tatum dishes to Sloan. Tatum passes to Sloan. Here's Mourning. It's rebounded by New York. Ewing's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Payton. Rebounded by the Celtics. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Here's Artest. It's hauled in by Ewing. Ewing's got his 7th rebound here tonight. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Ewing's got 4 points in the quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Jones checked in for Boston. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Here's Ole, defended by Payton. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Gary Payton. And he's got his first free throw of the game. The first one falls. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And it's Wade with the ball for the Knicks. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, so close in that one, but that's of no solace to the players. They played their hearts out.
Well, you want to respond in kind, but that last game, it was an effort that most of the time can get you a win. You ran into a tough opponent who was playing at a high level.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Pass to Adebayo. Ewing sets a screen for Adebayo. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And every bit of the body control right there for Adebayo out there going right through the contact.
And it's tied up with that one. The Celtics have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Here's Ole. Wade is covering. Pass to Ole. Lock at 6. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Ole's got 8.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
Yeah, hard to stop it there if you're the big man. That's just too good a shot and great concentration.
Loads it up for Adebayo. It's stolen by Jones. Wade against Frazier. And it's Wade with the rebound.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Jones against Adebayo. Down low. Here's Bowen. The shot. No good. Great D that time from Artest. Here's Ole. Defended by Payton. Here's Ole. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Ole's got 8 points in the quarter.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call a timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Boston making a switch here. Owls checked in. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. McAdoo is checked in for Ewing. Vanderbilt comes in for Bam Adebayo. Persons checked in for Bowen. And it's Mike Conley in for Payton. Pass to Person. Here's McAdoo, defended by Jones. McAdoo inside, working on Jones. McAdoo misses. Artest with the ball. And here is Gasol. Vanderbilt defending. No good from Gasol. Knicks trail by 4. Here's Person. McAdoo, the pass to Person. Out to Wade. trying to end the drought. And it's good on the way in. Wade's got 8.
As soon as Wade gets the ball that close to the basket, he's going to take advantage of weak defense and score.
Pass to Artest. This one for 3. Drains the three-pointer. And the Celtics lead by 5.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Wade surveying the D. Makes it off the glass. Wade's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, Dwayne Wade has taken thousands of shots where he's been challenged, and he's made them just like that.
Outside Conley. And it's all evened up.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Outside Jones. Pass to Howell. Gasol, a screen on Vanderbilt. Here's Howell. And Jared Vanderbilt gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Jones checked in for Jones. And a switcher also for New York. Caldwell Pope checked in. Frazier the pass to Artest. Over Caldwell Pope. Boston again missing.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Conley kicks to Caldwell Pope. That's in there. Conley with the assist. And now it's a 3-point Knicks lead.
Well, Caldwell Pope at the ready. He was totally prepared to take that one.
Here's Howell. Vanderbilt defending. Gasol, a screen on Vanderbilt. It's deflected and stolen by McAdoo. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Knicks lead by 3. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot. Here with Tom Thibodeau. Coach, what has gone well for your team in the first half?
Started making plays, play unselfishly, force the defense to shift, attack, get downhill, then make a play.
Your guys followed the instructions to the letter. Thanks, Coach. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot drum line. Their measurement of the shot. Let's hear it for our contestants.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
Well, I think for the Knicks, starting the season with a loss, they're ready to fight tonight. Don't want to start out 0-2.
I think the most important thing is they show improvement. Your record at this point in the season won't tell the whole story.
And as we review this first half for the Celtics, still anybody's game.
I like the way they've been running, pushing the ball, putting their defense on its heels.
Yeah, you love their tempo. When they play fast, they can put points on the board in a hurry, Ernie.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. D. Wade really playing well in this one.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
New York leading by 3. So with Conley sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Tom Thibodeau right now. They've got Gary Payton. Bam Adebayo is out there with Bowen. Then there's Ewing. And it's Wade in at the 2-guard. The shot by Adebayo, no good. And it's Sloan with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Tatum. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Patrick Ewing.
A fluid, talented scorer with length. Tatum is hard to defend because of that versatility.
At the line for 2 shots.
And that one falls for Tatum.
And it's the attention to detail that sets Tatum apart from most players in our league.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. New York's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Charity stripe shot. Wade misses. Boston trail. Pass to Tatum. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by New York.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Payton finds Wade. Ewing right side. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in, and the layup is good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Tatum from 3.
You expect Tatum to be around that 40% mark from deep. Very reliable from 3.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin? Sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. The Knicks leading by 3. Wade outside. With the drive. Ewing the pass to Wade. Stolen by Artest. Pass to Mourning. Now here's Tatum. Back to Mourning. And the dunk by Mourning.
And Tatum's passing ability really makes him a problem in that pick and roll. No wasted motion, always slicing and dicing the defense.
Wade dishes to Payton. Adebayo with a screen on Frazier. No good from Payton. Austin's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Stolen by Ewing. Payton passes to Adebayo. Great D that time from Artest. The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Frazier kicks to Tatum. Back to Frazier, and stolen by Payton. Drives to the hoop, and Adebayo throws it down.
And for Bam, it doesn't get any easier than that.
Celtics trail by 3. Outside Tatum. Outside Artest. Plays it up and in on the nice reverse. Artest's got 7 points in the game.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
McAdoo is checked in for Adebayo. Wade dishes to McAdoo. Back to Wade. The screen from Ewing. To the middle. Rebounded by the Celtics. Mourning's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Outside, Jones. Pass to Tatum. For the lead. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It's on Patrick Ewing.
How about Tatum there, using his muscle, easily absorbing the contact and still able to knock down the shot.
Marc Gasol's checked in for the Celtics. Jones comes in for Jones. And a new group in for the Knicks. Vanderbilt's checked in for Ewing. Person comes in for Bowen. Caldwell Pope, who's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Mike Conley in for Peyton. 6 to shoot. Conley for 3. The rebound by Gasol.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Ole, covered by Conley. Tatum with the screen on Conley. Here's Ole, and it's sent back by McAdoo. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Pass to McAdoo. Intense shot, and he gets the bucket. McAdoo's got it all tied up now for the Knicks.
That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on the possession, finding ways to sniff out the ball.
To the paint, inside, and there's Gasol. That's good on the assist by Tatum.
And you know, we may see Gasol all over the court, but he's still best inside. Has an array of post moves, plus a beautiful touch.
Conley the pass to McAdoo. Now Vanderbilt. Here's Person. Hasn't made one yet. New York needs to get off a shot. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. Howell's checked in for the Celtics. While we have a chance, let's take a look at the teams that led the NBA in rebounding last season. The Celtics second. Number 5, the Knicks.
I mean, these clubs are almost a mirror image of one another in that regard. You look at the rebounding numbers, really impressive just how physically dominant they both are in the paint.
Gasol, a screen on Vanderbilt to the inside. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And the Celtics lead by 2.
And that's your all-star center. Gasol making a play. He gives this team a lot of size and a lot of toughness on both ends.
McAdoo misses. The Celtics have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Vanderbilt with the steal. 1:32 left to play here in the third. New York moving it around. Outside Conley. Basket counts. Conley's got 5.
And he's been a terrific point guard in this league for a long time. Mike Conley just knows how to play.
Pass to Gasol. Here's Howell. Still without a basket. Here's Ole. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Conley left side. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Ole, covered by Conley. And Sloan kicks to Jones. Ole. Not that time. His 6th miss. He's made 4 of 10 so far. Conley against Gasol.
That's the way to finish KCP with a show of force at the rim.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Gasol, a screen on Conley. With 1 on the clock. What a shot! Amazing!
Would count. Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter there.
Tie game in Boston. And we'll be back with you right after this. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Mourning is out there with Jason Tatum. Then there's Frazier. Then it's Jones. And it's Artest in at the 2-guard spot. That's the Boston 5. Ewing, a screen on Artest. Pass to Payton. No good on that one. Nice D from Frazier. Celtics leading by 3. Artest on the way. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Artest kicks to Tatum. Tipped away. It's taken away by Payton. Here we go, all alone. Finished off the break.
And this is what leaders do. Payton showing a willingness to get it to the open man.
Boston's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Pulls up on the wing. The rebound by Ewing. Ewing's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Pass to Person. Here's the 3. And it's Mourning with the rebound. Mourning's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Tatum. Outside for Artest. Again, the miss by the Celtics. For New York, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Stolen by Artest. To the paint.
Yeah, nice job by Tatum inside. Very assertive. He's fantastic at putting the pressure on the D and consistently getting to the line.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle. The hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, guys. I listened to Tom Thibodeau talking to his team during the break. Now, he talked about keeping confidence. He said this game is close, but we know we're the better team. Now it's time to go out there and prove it. See if they can come back in this one, guys.
Thank you, David.
What more does Dwayne Wade have to do to impress you? Still one of the smartest players and passers off the pick-and-roll game.
Frazier, the pass to Tatum. Shot clock at 6. Cuts at 5. The rebound by Payton.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Artest against Wade. Pass to Ewing. Back to Wade to take the lead. Great D that time from Artest.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
Payton inside, defended by Jones. And they recover it. And Mourning sends it back. Here's the break. Artest kicks to Frazier. Pass to Tatum. Tires from deep. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Here's Wade. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Here's Mourning, and the dunk by Mourning.
You have to prevent him from getting to the paint, unless you want to see a highlight.
Here's Payton. Wade outside. Adebayo with a screen for Wade to tie it up. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
And we know Dwayne does not take many shots from the outside, but he really knows how to pick his spots.
Boston will get a switch here. Sloan's checked in. Mike Conley's checked in for New York. And so it's Frazier who'll bring it up for the Celtics. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Up top, Tatum. He's guarded by Adebayo. Leans inside. Tatum's shot is off.
And, you know, it's almost as if he wore himself out with that performance in the last quarter. He hasn't had nearly the same kind of energy in this one.
Sloan dishes to our test. Here's Frazier. Great D that time from Adebayo.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Ewing to take the lead. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Knicks lead by 2.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up. Here's Sloan. Busted. No good that time either. New York's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Pass to Adebayo. Misses the 3.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, and that's a bad miscue. You can't give up looks like that all game long.
Tatum against Adebayo. Tatum kicks to Artest. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Ewing's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Here's Wade. Drops it in from 11 feet. Wade's got the lead up to 4 now for the Knicks.
And that's why this team turns to Dwayne Wade in times of crisis.
To halt the run, a nice shot by Tatum. Tatum's got 14 points here in the second half.
And Tatum's experience in these spots is starting to show. He's never been afraid to take the biggest shots.
There's 1:47 left to play here in the fourth. Wade with it, picked up by Artest. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Really can't say enough about just how good Wade is at catching the D off guard and getting himself to the free throw.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
You love how they've lived in the paint, making the defense just consistently have to collapse and still finding ways to convert.
And there's been another bonus to what's happened with them tonight, and that's the offensive rebounding. They're boxing out, they're getting up extra shots. It could be a difference maker in the result.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Celtics trail by 3. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Old, and Ewing with the block. Here's Bowen. Outside Conley. To the middle. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down hard.
And this is a huge step showing trust in Bam's play in the biggest moment.
Frazier, he's checked in for Boston.
Coming onto the floor for the Celtics, number 13.
1:06 left in the fourth quarter. Tatum down low. Adebayo on him. Tatum passes to Artest. Rocket 6. Back to Tatum. Puts up a 3. Conley grabs the miss. So they foul intentionally.
Third personal foul. Second team foul.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
Taking 2 shots.
And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
Yeah, the lead getting safer and safer as these free throws from the stripe go in.
Tatum down low. He's guarded by Adebayo. Here's Sloan. Pass to Artest. Frazier outside. The 3 from Tatum. Patrick Ewing comes up with the rebound. And so it's the Knicks with the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you. But they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Bam. Activity on blast tonight. How pleased were you with the performance?
I'm just happy we won. You know, the stats don't matter unless you get a win. So I'm happy we got a win. And
thank you, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For
And an opportunity for these guys to get loose, find the range. Hey, everybody, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports. You know, on paper, this... Looks like a lopsided matchup. But anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of the game.
So a look at our starters for Orlando. They've got Hayes. He's out there with Dwight Howard, and it's Wilkins in at the 3. Here's West. Pass to McGrady. The 3 ball. Pure from 3-point range.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Sharman. Here's Wilkins. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Wallace outside. The 3. Orlando with the rebound. And just over a minute played here to start the game. Pass to Hayes. Here's Wilkins. And here's Howard. Outside Young. 5 to shoot. He shoots it. No good there. Off the double clutch.
Thin margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
Wallace outside. Pass to Wallace. Here he goes. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Wilkins. Back to Young. Fires the 3. Second chance effort. It's good. Howard's gotten his second bucket.
And this is right in his wheelhouse, hitting the boards and cashing in.
Well, this is what he's known for, attacking the glass and getting some second chance points.
McGrady shot is off. Orlando has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Hayes, and finished off by Hayes.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes.
Wallace, the pass to Wallace. Here's West, guarded by Young.
Oh, great teamwork right there.
Hey, you gotta love the finish. Bringing it down with some attitude. Orlando leading. Pass to Hayes. Here's Wilkins. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
Wilkins at the line for 2.
The first one falls. He does not get the second one. Hornets trail by 3. Pass to Wallace. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Personal foul.
Charlotte shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
At the line for Charlotte, Gerald Wallace.
The first free throw is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here's Young. And there's the lob. It's stolen. Wallace up top, guarded by Young. Pass to West. Here's Rodman. Wallace left side. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. The Magic have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Wilkins, the pass to Hayes. Young with it. No made baskets yet. From 12 feet, Wallace pulls it in.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Here's McGrady. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, he knew he had the size advantage to dominate the defense there. Go right at him.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, a lot of change for this Hornets organization. New ownership, a new front office, a new head coach, some exciting new talent. They're renovating the arena and building a new practice facility. Other than that, not much has changed. BA?
Business as usual, Allie. Thanks. Here's McGrady. After the basket by Orlando. Lets it fly. Wilkins with a rebound. The Magic have gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. Pass to Howard. And the call is going to be, yes, on an illegal screen.
Well, that's already his second foul, and that puts the coach in a tough position.
Orlando making a switch here. DiVincenzo's checked in. And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. It's still early in the season, Grant, but most coaches have their rotations worked out by now.
They really do, but if they don't, they better figure it out soon. You don't want to be tinkering with your lineups any later than this.
And a moment to check out the 2K leaderboard. Here were the best rebounders last season. Domantas Sabonis on top.
And this is someone who loves being aggressive on the glass. He proved it last season with how dominant he was collecting rebounds.
Here's Vandeweghe. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Now here's Murray. He really had an off game against the Bulls. Porter in the post. Outside. DiVincenzo. Just 5 to shoot. They set the pick. Fires the 3. On target from range. Oh, another lead change. 6 total in the first half.
And this is the battle we were hoping to see.
Here's Archibald. Pass to Davis. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. And it's Murray with the ball for the Magic.
2 minutes remaining plus 2 minutes.
Right wing. Sabonis outside. On the wing, Murray. Checked by Davis. To the inside. Here's Kaman. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray.
You have to be accurate there. Very little room for error passing on the interior.
1:33 left in the first. Here's Vandeweghe. He's guarded by Porter. The shot by Vandeweghe, no good. Orlando leading by 4. And they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively. The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Charlotte has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Pass to Archibald. They set the pick to stop the run. And that one, good.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
For Orlando, they've gone a fantastic 8 of 11 so far. To the paint. Here's Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
At almost 7 feet tall, you gotta push Sabonis farther away. When you don't, he just dunks it with ease.
Here's Brand. He's guarded by Sabonis. Oh, Sabonis with the steal. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Porter finds Murray. Off target from outside. Hornets trail by 6. Pass to Archibald. He takes it in, lays it up and banks it in. Archibald's got his second bucket on the night.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Here's Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Orlando ahead. They lead by 6. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Magic?
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
So for Orlando right now, Dwight Howard out there with Hayes. Then there's Jamal Murray, and it's Sharman in at the shooting guard. And here's Murray, 6 to shoot. Let's go with a 3. It's hauled in by Brand. Hornets trail by 4. Pass to Wallace. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Charlotte shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. He misses the free throw. And with today's switching defensive style, versatile wing players are tremendously in demand, Coach.
Yeah, well, position now, Brian, comes down to who can you guard, and guys that can guard 3, 4, 5 different positions, those 6'7", 6'8" guys are often able to do that, and they are extremely valuable.
Charlotte is shooting around 50% of the game so far. The 11-footer. Oh, rejected by Howard. Pass to Wilkins. Shoots. Hornets with the rebound. Wallace has got 4 rebounds now. Shot on the wing. Charlotte, no good that time either. Magic leading by 3. Now Young. Hayes with a screen. High post Young. Fearless from Young inside.
I love it. His love for the game couldn't be more obvious. It helps him make a positive impact out on the court, and it also keeps the bench fired up.
Pass to McGrady. He connects, and now he's 4 for 6 in today's game. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Young. Money from the wing. Young's got 6. And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. He wants to review the game plan. Okay, let's fire up the 2K leaderboard. Last year, you really had to protect the ball against these teams. 5th best, the Magic.
And this is a team that takes great pride in being aggressive on the defensive end. They take good risk and know when to go after opportunities for steals.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. From deep three-point land, McGrady shot is off.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Sharman, the pass to Hayes. The Hornets pull it in.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
Pass to West. Here's the 3. Gets the 3 to fall. West has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Young, the pass to Sharman. With the drive, and it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Hornets trail by 5. Well, Coach, we know how good Young is offensively, but he gets heavy criticism for his defense.
Yeah, look, and at 6'1", 164 pounds, he has some obvious limitations, Brian, but he's shown improved effort as a defender, and it shows in his defensive rating.
And you have to have that scoring ability on the floor.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Pass to McGrady. Here's West. Puts up a 3. Buries it from 3. West has got 6 in the quarter.
That's a fantastic feed right there. Kicking it out for the good look. Plays like this really help team chemistry.
Now here's Young. 23 points his last outing. Inside. Here's Howard. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Orlando shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game. The Magic making a switch here, and so Howard nails them both. Hornets trail by 6. Here's Archibald. He picked up 10 in his last game. Here's McGrady. And the basket is good. McGrady's got 11 points. The Magic have gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. Right side, DiVincenzo. Young goes back up. Outstanding effort by Young on the glass.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
And there's a pick. Pass to Archibald. Tipped. Now here's Young. Give him 8 points now. Now DiVincenzo. Here's Porter. And then Porter with the dunk.
Yeah, it seems like Porter Jr. could do even more of this, attacking right at the rim.
Pass to McGrady. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
Domantas Sabonis, he's checked in for Orlando. Murray comes in for Trae Young. Shot clock at 5. Murray passes to Kaman. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. And the Magic lead by 8.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Here's McGrady, defended by Murray. And there's the drive. The shot by Archibald, no good. Magic leading by 8. Outside Murray. Pass to Porter. We've got 1:28 left to play in the second quarter. And it's the Hornets on the break. Here's McGrady. Charlotte, no good that time either.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
Murray passes to Sabonis. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one, and he makes the first.
And give them credit for making a more concerted effort to get to the line this quarter.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Here's Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Well, we always talk about Murray shooting, but he can attack the basket as well.
Here's Archibald. He has 6. Vandeweghe passes to Archibald. And there's the screen. Deflected! Murray against Davis. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. The shot's good. Kaman's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Murray against Davis. And finished off by Davis.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Murray from outside. The shot off that time. And so it's the Orlando Magic finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie. Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
Taking a look here now at the Magic. They didn't come out the gates the way they hoped. Took the L, but they don't think that represents who they are.
Well, it might be just a...
Turning back now to that game we've been watching. A positive first half for the Orlando Magic.
One of the best ways to control.
Thanks for tuning in.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Here's McGrady. And it's Rodman in at the 4 slot. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Here's West. Oh, rejected by Howard. They retain possession. Wallace misses. And Young has got the ball here for the Magic. They've led by as much as 10. Pass to Sharman. Back to Young. 6 on the shot clock. The Magic need to put one up here. Hayes for 3. Offensive board. Tries again. The shot by Howard, no good. Hornets trail by 6. Here's West for 3. And the 3-pointer goes. West has got 9 points.
Well, it's a 3-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Young looking over the floor.
Charlotte foul call. Jerry West. First personal foul. First team foul.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. Clock at 6. Here's Wilkins. Watch by Wallace.
They've been unable to hit anything this half. 3 attempts and 3 misses.
Yeah, they get one to fall. Now 1 for 4 to start the 3rd quarter.
Charlotte's gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Wallace outside. Here's McGrady. Offline with a 3.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Wilkins, the pass to Young. Jacks up a 3. Cash! Trae Young with a triple.
Well, you know this is coming with Young on the court. He's always looking for his next 3.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Wallace outside. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Here's McGrady. Sends it home from 3-point land. 18 points for him.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Pass to Hayes. Howard with the ball. And it's Howard finishing it off.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
And here's Wallace. Here's Rodman. Still no points. McGrady. And Charlotte, another 3.
Well, coaches will take that any day. Don't pass up open 3s like that.
Young, the pass to Sharman. Howard inside. Watch by Wallace. Howard's shot is good.
It's been a dominant night for him, staying productive throughout.
Pass to McGrady from deep. Howard grabs the miss. Howard's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
If they just continue to dominate the boards.
Blocked. And here's the fast break. It counts. And the foul. That one on Young.
Oh, unreal play to take on the contact and get it to go.
And we all know about Stan the analyst and Stan the coach. But when you played in college, what was your game like, Stan?
Hey, Brian, I had the game that would get you beat as a coach. I will say my greatest strength was this. I was never once accused of overpassing.
The black hole. That is Stan Van Gundy. On the wing, Davis. Defended by Murray. Here's West. Charlotte, no good that time either.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
Pass to Hayes. Here's Kaman. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And it's an 8-point Orlando lead.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Here's West. DiVincenzo covering. Here's West. 9 points in the game. To the middle. Ilgauskas gets the bucket. Ilgauskas has gotten his first basket of the night.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Here's Murray. Rebounded by Ilgauskas. Hornets trail by 6. Here's Davis. And he lays it up and in. Davis has got his second basket of the night.
The coach loves seeing chances from that range. Work that inside area.
Pass to Murray. Shoots over Davis. Rebounded by Ilgauskas.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Davis with it. Down low. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Charlotte has gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter. That ties the game. Wallace has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And you look at how they've come out in the second half. It's almost like night and day.
Yeah, you can see it in the hustle stats. These guys have come out with a different mindset and seem much more motivated here in the second half.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And the Magic making a change here. A minute 37 left in the third quarter. DiVincenzo, pass to Kaman. Pass to Murray. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tries to break his ice. And it's good on the layup. Murray's got 8.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the 3 ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
Here's Ilgauskas. Soft touch off the glass. He's got 6.
He's having a good night from the field. Now, I know the defense is really keying in on him, but they need him involved if they're going to pull this out.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Pass to Porter. Back to DiVincenzo. There's a screen. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
And good whistle there.
Orlando shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
Well, the miss is unfortunate, but he still manages to put them ahead. Barely.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Inside, stolen by Davis. Out to the right wing. Archibald, pass to Davis. For the lead, going inside, and it's good on the lay-in. Davis has gotten his 3rd basket of the night. Neither team has been able to assert its dominance over the other.
Yeah, the struggle is real tonight. 7 lead changes and still in the third quarter.
It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Charlotte on top. They're up by 1. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter started. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Fourth quarter, on the court for the Magic. Domantas Sabonis out there with Michael Porter. Then it's Dwight Howard. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Sharman in at the 2-guard spot. Left side, Young. Oh, the block shot. Grabs it out of the air. Here's Archibald. Pass to McGrady. Launches a three. Counted from distance. McGrady's got 24.
Well, he's making a concerted effort to use the three-point shot here in the second half. Only one in the first, 3 since the break.
And the Magic making a change here.
First team foul. Into the lineup for the Magic. Number 21, Dominique Wilkins.
Orlando with the ball. Trailing by 4. Young with the bucket.
Well, this is what Young is capable of every time he steps on the floor. He is a one-man offensive machine.
Here's Archibald. There's the drive. Howard grabs the miss. Howard's got 11 rebounds in the game. To the inside. Young. Blocked. Here's McGrady. Final quarter of play. About a minute and a half off the clock. Here's Wallace. Orlando with the rebound. Howard's got a rebound number 12 here already in the game. Outside Young. And it's Young again missing.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
Here's Archibald. Got a piece of it. And they get it back. Here's McGrady. And he knocks down the 10-footer. McGrady's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Here's Wilkins. Oh, he packs it down!
That is incredible.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. There's the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, capturing the moment. Archibald, pass to Wallace. Here's McGrady from behind the arc. He buries it from 3. McGrady's got 8 points here in the quarter.
When this guy starts hitting threes, watch out. He's just pouring it on this half.
Hayes is checked in for Orlando. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Jamal Mosley was just reviewing the plan with his team. He was very encouraging with his guys, saying to them, we are still in this one. Don't give up right now. Get out there and let's grab this lead from them. Guys, let's see if the intensity picks up here.
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
Love the hustle right there. He earned that rebound.
Pass to West. Here's McGrady. Fires for 3. Howard grabs the miss.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Sharman, the pass to Young. Here's Sharman. Shot from the low post is good.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Wallace outside. Here's McGrady. Pass to Rodman. Just 5 on the clock. He shoots. Wilkins with a rebound.
Sometimes it's just not your night. Fortunately, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Robbed. Here's West, guarded by Howard. And off the front iron, and in it goes. And the Hornets lead by 5. And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for the Hornets.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition. just jumping all over the opposition in this regard.
Pass to McGrady. Now Wallace, guarded by Howard. Here's Rodman. Here's McGrady. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. Here's Sharman. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
At the line for the Magic, Bill Sharman.
That one drops. He ties it up. Here's West. The rebound by Sharman. Orlando has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Pass to Hayes. Here's Wilkins. And another miss by Orlando. Wallace, left side. Wallace with it. He's against Howard. Back to Wallace. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. Rodman, shot is good.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Here's Wilkins. And another miss by Orlando.
Well, I don't love him taking that shot, especially with the defense right there.
McGrady, good. 1:56 left to play in the fourth. Now here's Young, tightly guarded. From the arc. Orlando again missing.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
McGrady, shot is off.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Pass to Hayes. Shot clock at 6. Howard. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Rodman's got rebound number 5 here tonight. McGrady to pass to Wallace. Here's Rodman. The 3. Knocks it down from distance. And now it's an 8-point Hornet lead.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking them down, you might as well keep riding.
And the Magic making a change here. Porter Jr.'s checked in.
Number 1, Michael Porter.
1:02 left in the fourth. Young, the pass to Porter. Orlando again missing. And stolen by Hayes. Howard finds Hayes. Now Young. Pass to Hayes. Here's Sharman. Can they get it? Rodman with a rebound.
Oh, you got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
West. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Dwight Howard picks one up. First free throw is good, and that'll put him up by 9. And he's unable to get the second one.
He might not have made them all, but he made enough to put this one out of reach.
Sharman's shot is good. Pass to McGrady. And so it's Charlotte winning this one. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves, but at the end of the day, everyone on their side is happy.
Yeah, happy indeed.
Oh, say does that star.
Coming to you live on this Tuesday night, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. And now, a look at the upcoming schedule for the 76ers. On Monday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets. And then on Monday, they'll tip off a road trip in Boston, where they'll take on the Celtics.
And that game against the Hawks, it's a good checkpoint to see how they fare. It's the 5th contest on the year for them and a chance to evaluate where they stand.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Joe Dumars is out there with Jason Kidd. Then there's Whiteside. Then it's Thompson. And it's Davis in at the 4. And for the Bulls, we've got Mutombo. Mullen is out there with Jaren Jackson. Then there's Robertson. And it's Bridges in at the shooting guard. The shot by Thompson, no good. Robertson with it. Picked up by Thompson. Robertson passes to Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And anytime Jackson gets near the rim, it's pretty much a done deal.
And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose, an MVP, Jimmy Butler as well. But the results haven't been there.
When he's at his best, Davis is in attack mode, getting to that rim and playing with power down low.
Robertson passes to Mutombo. Outside Mullen for 3. And Davis pulls it down. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Philadelphia 76ers. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the Bulls this season.
And looking back to last season, they won this season series as you'd expect.
Yeah, there's a reason they were a playoff team. They beat the teams they were supposed to. We'll see if they can do it again tonight.
Pass to Whiteside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Dikembe Mutombo.
You know, guys, you got to give much respect to the length of Whiteside. I mean, he's a hulking 7-footer who takes a lot of pride in being the defensive anchor for this team.
Greg, we have tomorrow off for a good reason. And I know you've got plans already set.
Well, Kevin, you'll find me at the polls. I imagine yourself as well. A civic duty to make our voices heard on Election Day. And a right not to be taken lightly.
Jackson kicks to Mullen. Just 5 to shoot. 3 from Robertson. Kidd grabs the board. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. It's Davis on the wing. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Davis has got his second basket of the night.
Smart move from the big man to get rid of it there. The defense was closing. Davis let it go.
Mutombo in the high post. Kicks it out to Mullen from deep. It's good from long range.
And this is where Mullen is most dangerous. A consistent three-point shooter with textbook form.
Outside Kidd jacks up a 3. The rebound by Mullen.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Robertson. Over Kidd. The shot by Robertson, no good. The 76ers trail by 3. Kidd dishes to Whiteside. Pass to Davis. Inside, here's Thompson. Whiteside with it. Here's Davis. And the rejection by Jackson. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. Anthony Davis is second.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers, really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. It's good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
For 3, Bridges. And Davis pulls it down.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Well, there's no question, and he welcomes this, that Anthony Davis shoulders a heavy load on the defensive end.
And he should, and he does. I mean, he's a true anchor. He protects the rim. He can guard out on the perimeter. He communicates well. He's got an excellent basketball IQ. And he's a guy that can cover up a lot of mistakes from his teammates.
Mullen's shot is off.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion, you'll have periods like this.
Davis against Robertson. And it's Davis missing.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Mutombo. Julius Randle comes in for Jackson. LaMelo Ball, he's checked in for Bridges. And it's Alex Caruso in for Robertson. Johnson, the pass to Ellis. Smith sets the pick for Ellis. Smith outside. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Ellis. Beyond the arc. Randle grabs the board. The Bulls leading by 4. Pass to Mullen. Down low. Here's Hartenstein. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
And you gotta like how Mullen looks for his open teammates, always trying to make guys better.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And a wide open look here for Ellis. That 3 off the mark. And Randle has got the ball here for Chicago. Outside, Ball. Driving the lane. Lays it up off the glass.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Asar Thompson, he's checked in for Mullen. Back to Brown, and stolen by Thompson. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Ball with a wide open look. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Ball's got 5 now.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
And, you know, when you've got a chance to put a team away early, you got to take it.
And the basket is good.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
From 13, Ball no good.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Johnson finds Johnson. And here is Brown. Shot clock at 6. Brown sets a screen for Johnson. And Brown throws it down.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Smith against Randle. Outside, Ball. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. One thing about LaMelo Ball, he can really take over at times, Greg, when he's healthy and playing well.
And a lot of that is just his feel for the game. He processes quickly and then has the talent to execute. It's pretty hard to stop him when he's in the flow.
Pass to Johnson. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first. Yep, that one goes.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Ball, and he banks in the layup. He's got 9. The 76ers trail by 9. Johnson surveying the floor. Two on the clock. And so it's the Chicago Bulls ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're playing a bruising And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Bulls?
They're controlling the pace of this game, pushing the ball up court and getting good looks in early offense.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least to try to squeeze that orange a little better.
Jackson is out there with Mullen. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's Randall. And it's Ball in at the 1. That's the group for the Chicago Bulls to start the second quarter. So the 76ers, their last game, a loss to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Johnson against Mullen. Shot from the wing, and it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Johnson.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Ball kicks to Jackson. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Back to Ball. Over Kidd. That misses off the backboard. The 76ers trailed by 5. Pass to Dumars. Loads it up for Davis. It's tipped. It's stolen by Randall. Here's Bridges. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And so determined, Bridges finds a way to get the shot up and in. Now to the line.
Robertson, he's checked in for Ball. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Thompson, he's checked in for Smith. Davis with it. Now defended by Randall. Davis sets a screen. Thompson in the post. Guarded by Jackson. The shot by Thompson, no good.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Bridges, right side. Pass to Robertson. Shot clock at 5. Over Kidd. And there's Robertson. That's good on the assist by Bridges. Robertson's got his first basket.
What you love about Robertson is that he knows his strength on offense and plays to them with confidence.
Kidd dishes to Johnson. It's hauled in by the Bulls. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
Dumars misses. The Bulls leading by 9. And Clark, we know the last handful of years, the 76ers have been a threat in the East.
7 straight years of playoff runs. Can't get past that second-round barrier, though, Kevin. But as far as success, they've been as consistent as it comes in the East the last decade.
And the painted area is where Robertson can destroy you. He's just too strong and too skilled.
Tumbo is checked in for Chicago. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Whiteside's checked in. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Hey, Kevin. Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck. The breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. The 76ers trail by 9. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And the shot goes in. Dumars got 4 points in the quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
It's to Mutombo. On the wing, Mullen. Back to Mutombo. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Mutombo is screen on cue. Here's Robertson. The Bulls need to get a shot on. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Looking now at the numbers for Jackson. He had a strong showing last season. averaged about 22 points per, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
Philadelphia shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
And you can't take those numbers lightly, fellas. I mean, their free throw shooting made a difference for them in a lot of their games last season.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Ellis has checked in. And he makes both free throws. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
Kicks it out to Robertson. With some arc. A wide open look here for Hartenstein. No good with the triple. The 76ers trail by 5. Johnson outside. Thompson surveying the floor. Fires from way outside. He let it fly and he gets it.
Boy, was that deep.
The Bulls have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the 2nd quarter. Here's Robertson, and the layup's good off the glass. Robertson's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Johnson outside. And here's Ellis for 3. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. And so Caruso will bring up the ball for Chicago. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's Robertson. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got rebound number 5 here tonight. The shot by Thompson, no good. The Bulls leading by 4. Robertson outside.
2 minutes.
1:56 left here in the second. A wide open look here for Caruso. Drains it from beyond the arc. Caruso's got himself on the board with 3 there. 1:46 left to play here in the half. Thompson against Thompson. Ellis outside. Lets the 3 fly. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Ellis has got 5.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. 1:15 left in the 2nd quarter. Johnson against Caruso. On the wing, Thompson. 5 on the clock. Over Thompson. Nice shot by Thompson. Now just a 2-point Chicago lead. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the 2nd quarter so far. Robertson passes to Thompson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
2nd personal foul.
That one on Thompson.
What I appreciated about Thompson is his recognition. He knows when to force the issue and when to pull back.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Randall comes in from a tumble. And Ball subbed in for Robertson. And then for Philadelphia, Jabari Smith comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And it's Johnson in for Thompson. Here's Johnson. Good D by Thompson.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Over to the wing. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Caruso finds Ball. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. He's got 11.
Really important for Ball to maintain his poise around the basket. That's what allows him to take a bump like that and still convert.
A shot by Johnson, no good. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's Chicago. They're up by 5. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Ault. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Hello, and guys, I want to talk about something else for just a second. Is it me, or have the alternative jerseys around the league got... And now breaking down the first half we saw, what can you say about LaMelo Ball? He's putting on a show.
And one of the league's bright.
And that's all for us. Now it's...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Man, we're seeing a tremendous game from LaMelo Ball.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. Jason Kidd is out there with Joe Dumars. Then it's Thompson. Then it's Anthony Davis. And it's Whiteside in at the center, locking down the middle.
You know, since Mullen is so active as a scorer, it puts the defense in a bind, often causes mistakes by the defense, like fouling him right there.
And Mullen drops them both. And we know injuries derailed last season for the Bulls, Greg, but with an aging core, you wonder where they go from here.
I mean, the Bulls are kind of stuck in the middle of things as it now stands. Not quite good enough to make a run in the East, but not in a position where they need to start over.
The Bulls leading by 5. Robertson passes to Mullen. Back to Robertson. Mutombo sets a screen to the paint. That's in, coming off the assist from Robertson. Robertson's got his 3rd assist on the night. The 76ers trail by 7. Outside Dumars. Pass to Whiteside. Outside Davis. Here's Thompson. Left side Kidd. Now Whiteside. It's rebounded by Oscar Robertson. Inside, it's tipped. Mutombo, and it's Dikembe with the jam.
And at 7'2", all Mutombo needs is a position near the hoop, and he throws it down.
Up top, Dumars. Defended by Bridges. Whiteside tried to break free, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. This is his first chance at the line tonight, and the first one at the line is good.
Dumars is such an outstanding combo guard. He has no weaknesses in his game and is the kind of hard-nosed player that any team would appreciate. Already a very confident player, knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Bridges against Dumars. And Jason Kidd picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. With a pause in the action, let's show you the teams that were best from the line last season. The 76ers in second.
Free throw shooting for this team has become a real priority. They've put in the work, and they make the most of their opportunities at the stripe.
Ball's knocked loose. Here's Thompson, and Thompson slams it home.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. The Bulls leading by 5. Now, here's Bridges. 5 points in the game. Kicks it out to Mullen. That's good. And Robertson with the assist. Robertson's got 4 assists in the game.
So far, so good to begin this half. They're 3 for 3. Perfect.
Robertson against Kidd. To the inside. Here's Thompson. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And it's 9 points from Amen Thompson.
Kidd is a talented playmaker. He knows how to run sets and generate shots for his teammates.
Robertson against Kidd. Robertson, good.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Dumars misses.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
6 to shoot. Jackson a screen on Dumars. For 3, Bridges. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Davis has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And, you know, that's their first miss after knocking down 4 in a row to start the half.
Jackson dishes to Mutombo. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Randall's checked in for Chicago. All comes in for Robertson. Then for the 76ers, Jabari Smith. He's checked in for Whiteside. And it's Johnson in for Thompson. Pass to Randall. Three-pointer. It's good. The assist that time from Mullen. Mullen's got 3 assists now in this one. Smith outside. Kidd up top. He's covered by Ball. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Kidd with a head of steam as he goes to the rack.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Bulls.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
You know, they've been knocking down triples, too. They've continued to make the most of their opportunities from behind the arc as well.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Stolen by Ball. And they're moving it up. Here's Caruso. Kidd grabs the board. The 76ers trail by 11. Clark, the 2021 Rookie of the Year, LaMelo Ball, and the only thing holding him back now is his health.
It certainly is, and it's unfortunate because he's a talented, fun-to-watch player. He's already missed a bunch of games early in his career, but he is the total package as a point guard now. Great length at 6'7", and I still think he has MVP potential. It's a matter of can he stay on the floor.
Ellis, the pass to Kidd. Back to Ellis. Just 4 to shoot. From the stripe. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Kidd's got 6.
Kidd will take whatever you give him out there now. Very opportunistic as a shooter.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. The 76ers making the switch here. Johnson's checked in.
76ers foul. Marquez Johnson. First personal foul. 4th team foul.
Randall kicks the ball. Hartenstein with a screen on Ellis. To the middle. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Hartenstein's got his second basket of the night.
Setting his teammate up nicely out of the two-man game that time. Ball provides style and substance with his brilliant playmaking.
Ellis outside. The 3. Hits it from three-point range. 8 points for him.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
There's Ball with the 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. 1:27 left in the third quarter. Lobbed up there for Johnson, and the slam dunk by Johnson.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
Count it.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Pass to Ellis. Shoots over Ball. That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Ellis.
The quick trigger of Ellis. That's why it's imperative that you stay tight on him.
Ball from long range. It's hauled in by Brown. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Bucket is good. Ellis has got 7 now in this quarter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Ellis against Ball. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Already in his career, we've seen the numerous ways in which Ball can score. He's got a lot in his package.
And the Bulls making a change here. Jackson's checked in, and he can't hit the second. The 76ers trail by 3. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Johnson against Ball. Clock at 6. Smith with a screen on Ball. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. LaMelo Ball picks one up.
Even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Bulls lead by 1. And now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was.
We got to now start to anchor down defensively.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. We've got Bridges. Thompson is out there with Jaren Jackson. Then it's Mullen, and it's Robertson, and at the 1 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Johnson, the pass to Smith. Now Davis. Thompson up top, defended by Mullen. Back to Thompson to take the lead. It's all in by the Bulls. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Johnson against Robertson. Pass to Bridges. Back to Robertson. Thompson, a screen on Johnson. Robertson dishes to Jackson. And a miss there on the triple.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Here's Davis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
At his best, Davis is an MVP caliber player. One of the true franchise guys in the league.
Tumbo is checked in for Thompson. Philadelphia also making some changes. Hassan Whiteside comes in for Smith, and it's Kidd in for Johnson.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. And Philadelphia has possession. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. And here's Davis for 3. And Mikal Bridges pulls it down. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Here's Robertson. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Oh, unselfish play from Bridges, continuing to grow as a leader with plays like that.
Philadelphia's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Coach Nick Nurse talked to his team. Now he asked the defense to lock it down inside. He said, let's get physical. I don't want them to think we're soft in there. No more easy shots in the paint. So that's what the defense is set to do. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here's Davis. Oh, Davis absorbing the contact.
Creating separation using the bounce. That's a skill that AD's developed over the years.
Outside Jackson. And Jason Kidd picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Mullen for three. Joe Dumars with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Kidd passes to Dumars. Back to Kidd. Davis sets a screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Some solid defense there from Jackson. For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Offensive rebound. And another shot. And Davis sends it back.
Expert timing by Davis on the block. Right when the ball was at its apex, he got it.
Thompson against Robertson. It's Thompson off the drive. Pass to Davis over Jackson. That doesn't go either for Davis. Bulls shooting 47%, pretty solid. Thompson against Mullen. Jackson with the screen. Mullen kicks to Robertson. With the floater, Jackson has the open look. That's good. And Robertson with the assist.
And he's proven he can make this shot. Jackson, the D has to respect his range better than that.
Outside, Davis. Thompson outside. Shoots the three. Rebound by the Bulls. Jackson's got his 4th rebound in this one.
After hitting 1 3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
Pass to Mullen. Outside Jackson. Robertson outside. Mutombo is screen on Kidd. Here's Robertson. Outside for Jackson. Another 3 for Chicago.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Here's Thompson. The baseline jumper goes down.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Pass to Jackson. Here's Robertson. To the paint, looking for Mutombo. He gets it there. Yes, that goes in. And the Bulls lead by 6.
Check out the Dikembe Mutombo doing his thing inside, using his height and reach to score the ball.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Thompson passes to Whiteside. Robertson against Kidd. Here's Davis. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Jackson a screen on Dumars. To the inside. And Davis sends it back.
A two-way star. AD has led the league in shot blocking on multiple occasions.
Just 5 on the clock. Robertson kicks to Jackson. For 3, Bridges. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. The 76ers trail by 6. Inside. Kidd against Robertson. Kidd dishes to Dumars. Davis with a screen on Bridges. Outside Davis. And Mikal Bridges pulls it down. Chicago leading by 6. Robertson outside. 1:44 left in the fourth. Bridges passes to Mullen. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Johnson, he's checked in for Philadelphia. 1:35 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
I mean, the one guy you have to box out. Dikembe is so active on the wall.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Philadelphia. Trailing here by 8. Dumars a screen on Robertson. Here's Davis, and the rejection by Jackson. Robertson against Johnson. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
And Whiteside takes great pride in rejecting shots. Outstanding at getting his arms up and denying shooters.
Chicago has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Mullen passes to Bridges. Some nice ball movement here by the Bulls. Robertson kicks to Bridges. A terrific shot on the turnaround. And the Bulls lead by 10.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
There's 31 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Now the Bulls with it. They're on a 14-6 run. Pass to Jackson. Jackson, a screen on Johnson. Bridges deciding where to go with it. 5 on the clock. Outside Mullen. Over Thompson. Mullen's shot is off. Gets the three-pointer to fall. So the Bulls win it. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
Coming up, live coverage of this Tuesday night NBA game here. Doris, the start of the season is just... been electric. Teams playing hard right out of the gates.
Listen, most of these guys in the league have earned their way here, and they are anxious to get underway and start to show the coaches and the fans exactly what they can expect. I love the attitude and commitment.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Toronto Raptors. They've got Kobe Bryant, and it's Pettit in at the power forward position. 4 on the clock. Here's Bryant. The 15-footer is good.
The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
And that's the story of the league right now. Most any team can beat any other team on any given night.
Rice's shot is off. Here's Lever. Pass to Bryant. And he can't get that one. And it's Dort with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. This game against Toronto here, it's their first look at the Raptors.
And while they were regarded as the better team, they actually lost the season series last year. Of course, matchups play a big part in that. And setting the tempo with an assertive move, like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Nice shot by Lever.
Well, the defense wants to keep the ball out of that area. Why? Because if it gets in there, most players are going to finish.
Dort outside. Here's Stockton. It's deflected. First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. Bryant against Dort. Bryant, the pass to Eaton. Out of bounds. It'll be Cleveland ball. And Doris, who can forget the 2016 Cavs? The team that brought Cleveland their first NBA title.
And not just basketball. The city hadn't won a championship, BA, in any sport for over 50 years. And for LeBron, a homegrown talent, to do that with Kyrie, that is a team that will always have a special place in Northeast Ohio lore.
Part of passing the rock, it's calculating risk and reward. I don't think that was a great decision.
The Raptors have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Dort against Bryant. Over Dort. Got a hand on it.
But Lou Dort has more than earned his reputation as a defensive stopper. Twice on the pipes.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Shots good by Stockton.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Here's Lever. Pass to Marion. Rice grabs the miss.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focus all the way through the play.
Stockton. It's tipped. And he's able to get it back. And they're able to recover. Gilmore passes to Stockton. And No good. Had a chance to take the lead.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Here's Lever. Pass to Pettit. No luck on that one. Solid defense from Bowl. Cleveland has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Here's Gilmore. Here's Stockton. They set the screen. With the floater. A nice shot by Rice. Rice has got his second bucket of the night.
Such a graceful move, showing off the floater game.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. All right, now that we have a second, let's take a look at which teams cashed in on the fast break last year. Number 1, the Raptors.
If this team had a chance to push it last season, they did. The best fast break team in the league.
Here's Lever. Three-pointer. He drains out one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Pass to Bowl. Dort outside. Bowl, a screen on Bryant. Back to Bowl. And finished off by Bowl.
Nice pass by Lou Dort. You're playing in pick and roll, and your teammate's open, you find him. Nicely done.
Here's Pettit from downtown. Gilmore grabs the miss.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Stockton to the paint. Duren with the bucket.
They're going to work inside. I like how confident Jalen is from this area.
And at 6'10", Jalen Duren is an incredible athlete for his size.
Yeah, he's got a lot of bounce, which helps him as a rim protector, rebounder, and lob threat. Plus, he's got quick feet, and he's able to guard smaller guys on the perimeter.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Cleveland.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far, the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
And Cleveland making a change here. Suggs is checked in. Something this Raptors team does very well is move the ball doors.
Yeah, B.A., this is an unselfish group of guys. They like moving the basketball, getting everybody involved. Amazing when a team has everybody touch it, how good it feels.
Now here's Duren. It's McDaniels on the wing. Duren, the screen. 5 on the clock. McDaniels inside. The rebound by Lever. Toronto trailing. Pass to Manning. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And Doris, Cleveland looking to balance their roster, trying to make sure the pieces fit.
And that's been the concern, right, B.A.? Because there's been some positional overlap, particularly in the front court. And this is where roster construction truly matters in the league. Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
To the wing, right side. Here's Manning, covered by Smith. Manning passes to Iverson, and stolen by Suggs. 1:56 left in the first quarter of the game. Driving to the basket. Smith outside. Just 5 to shoot. He drops it from range.
And he did that so well in college. Suggs sharing it well in the league, too.
Raptors trail by 4. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
The Raptors are still developing. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, we're focusing on offensive execution and player development. It's about what we need to do night in and night out, regardless of the opponent. As we grow, we'll teach more schemes for opponent preparation. BA step by step.
Yeah, it's a process, Allie. Thank you. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Grant, would you say the Raptors are in the process of starting over?
You know, I certainly don't think that's the wrong thing to call it, BA. Coaching changes, some big trades. They're shuffling things around and trying to start building something new.
Now here's Allen. No points so far.
And how sweet was that play?
Pinpoint pass, set up the alley-oop flush. Raptors trail by 3. 55 seconds left in the first quarter here. From 12 feet. Duren with a rebound. And so it's Allen who brings up the ball for the Cavaliers, coming off that win against the Sixers.
Yeah, they were able to execute offensively in a hostile environment, which led to a lot of high percentage shots.
Well, I'm sure they're still enjoying that one. You love going into a tough building, tough place to play, and shooting the lights out. Nothing like silencing the crowd.
Here's Suggs. Toronto making their last shot, and the shot's good.
You've got to be willing to get your shot blocked if you're a guard and you foray inside. Jalen Suggs, what a finish.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Howard down as the whistle blows. 3-point play opportunity.
Hanging on the rim, just showing off.
That's how you extend the glory right there. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. Suggs finds McDaniels. To the middle. Duren in the post. For 3, Allen. No good. Would have counted had it gone. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And what stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
It's all about the strong inside-out game in the first period. It really helped them get some clean looks down low.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
We've got Bol, and it's Dort in at the shooting guard position. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavs. Raptors trail by 4. Pass to Pettit, lets it go from deep. Fires in the triple. Pettit's got 6.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now here's Dort. He had 10 points in the win against Philadelphia. It's hauled in by Pettit. The Raptors shooting a nice 50% for the game. The 3 is up. The Cavaliers pull it in. Outside Bol. Pass to Stockton. Ooh, poked away. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. And stolen by Bol. All alone on the break. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. On the wing, Bryant. There's the triple. Drops in the 3. Bryant's got his second basket of the game. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Raptors.
Well, so far they've been immensely aggressive on the defensive side, denying easy shots, and it's made a difference in the game.
And the other thing that's working for them tonight, getting out into the open floor, a lot of the damage coming in transition.
Toronto's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Marion passes to Pettit. Bryant with it. Over Dort. Bryant, no good. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. And Dort is such an important guy on the defensive end. Lou Dort.
He is strong. He plays hard. He's willing to mix it up physically. He's a tremendous athlete. This guy is tough to score on.
Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defenses disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Toronto has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. To the left wing. Pass to Lever. Here's Iverson. Over Dort. That's short off the rim.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Down low. Outside Bull. 4 on the clock. Hits a three-pointer. Now it's a 3-point Cleveland lead.
Impressive offensive versatility for big. He can show you a variety of looks.
Eaton passes to Pettit. Here's Lever. Here's Iverson. Dort defending. To the inside. Here's Pettit. Bull grabs the board.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
Here's Stockton. Oh, the teardrop falls in.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
Here's Marion. Still without a bucket. Pettit passes to Marion. To end the run. Gilmore grabs the miss. Gilmore's got 4 rebounds now. Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them. And adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
And it's the Raptors with the ball after the Cavs picked up a basket a moment ago. Here's Iverson. Dort defending. And the rebound goes to Cleveland.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected and great timing on the contest.
Bowl, the pass to Stockton. And here's Dort. Here's Rice. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
That one goes. Count it. Lever's got 6 points.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And it's a completely new group for the Cavaliers. Now here's Duren. McDaniels passes to Suggs. To the paint. Here's Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
Love the pass from Suggs. Boy, his court awareness is really impressive.
Raptors trail by 7. Here's Lever. 6 points for him. Here's Manning. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's his first trip to the line. And he drops the first. Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line. Inside. Here's Allen. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Allen's gotten his first points in this one.
Pretty dime there. The kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Pass to Elliott. Here's Manning. Covered by Smith. Manning passes to Lever. To the middle. Here's Lanier. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
And left no doubt with that one, Grant. Suggs, the pass to Smith. Picked by Smith. Suggs outside. A minute 31 left in the first half of basketball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Elliott clears away. Raptors trail by 6. Pass to Lever. Out left to the wing. Here's Manning, covered by Smith. Here's Manning. Over Smith. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. All right, a moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Cleveland. On Monday, they'll take on Kristaps Porzingis and the Washington Wizards. Then on Monday, they'll be playing the Bucks in Milwaukee.
The road is never the highlight of your schedule for any team. But for these guys, it is a chance to go out there, test themselves, and see how well they gel outside of home court. It could be a very valuable experience.
Here's Smith. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Smith's got 7.
What a quality pass from Jalen Suggs. This guy relishes the chance to set up his teammates.
Van Arsdale passes to Manning. Bryant outside. Down low. Here's Lanier. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend.
Cleveland leading by 6. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Suggs surveys the D. Six on the shot clock. Smith right side. Misses the baby hook.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
And so it's Cleveland leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. Back to the game after this break.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. Before we get into that, I want to know, back when you guys played, what was your favorite city to play in?
Well, Shaq played for every...
So let's dig into that first half now, and what was a very solid performance for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
After a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. And Cleveland has possession. 6-point lead. Checking out the group for Darko Rajakovic to start the second half. They've got Kobe Bryant, and it's Lever in at the 1. Rice. Good. He hits the jumper. Give him 8. Toronto's gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Pass to Pettit. Here's Lever. To the inside. Rejected by Bull.
And they've just built this lead by attacking the boards.
Here's Stockton. Here's Rice. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Raptors trail by 8. To the paint. Here's Eaton. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Pass to Rice. Dort against Bryant. Here's Rice. There's a screen by Bull. The 3 is up. Rebound by the Raptors. On the wing, Bryant. 5 points in the game. Second chance shot. And the layup is good. Pettit's got 8.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Yeah, Coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
And the guys get a little bit of a break, mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
Bol, the pass to Stockton. Here's Rice. Pass to Dort. 6 to shoot. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by Eaton.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have, just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
Here's Lever. He has 6. Here's Marion. Gilmore grabs the miss. Gilmore's got a rebound, number 5 here tonight. Bol, the pass to Stockton. To the middle. Here's Dort. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
What you love about Lou Dort is this guy seizes an opportunity early in his career. He is always searching for ways to improve, and we know what a force he can be on the defensive end.
Raptors trail by 6. Lever passes to Pettit. Off the mark there with a 3.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Pass to Bol. Here's Rice. 3-pointer off the mark.
This has not been his best quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Oh, deflected. Now here's Bol. He's got 5. It's Dort on the wing. Covered by Bryant. Rice. Once again, off the mark by Cleveland.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Good work defensively by Dort.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed. And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. Pass to Pettit, fires from deep. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Gilmore's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Bol with it. This one for 3. Drills it from deep. And now an 11-point Cavalier lead.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Here's Marion. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Bryant. Will it go? 5 to shoot. And then Bryant with the dunk.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. So Toronto ends up going with a new group. And here's a look now at who shot the ball the best during last season's campaign. Number 5 is Jalen Duren.
So consistent from the floor. He shot it at a great clip last season.
Smith no good.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Van Arsdale passes to Elliott. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. And pushing it up, here's Cleveland. Pass to Duren. Smith outside. Duren finds Suggs. Picked by Smith. To the inside. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Doris, you look at the tools McDaniels has on defense. He can be special.
He can. There's incredible length, the reach, the strength. McDaniels very much able to be a shutdown defender against the best offensive players in the game.
And Suggs has got the ball here for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Picked by Smith. A deep 3. Suggs no good. Raptors trail by 9. Here's Iverson over Suggs. Got a piece of it.
Sometimes you need excellent anticipation defensively to get your hand on a shot. Jalen Suggs, nicely done.
All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
What stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
They've also made a concerted effort to get the ball down low. Many of their points coming in that painted area tonight.
Here's Iverson. 11 points in the game. Sinks it from distance.
Yeah, surprised he doesn't have more shot attempts. He's been accurate. You'd think he'd want to take control now with them behind.
Picked by Smith. Here's Suggs. And the layup is good off the glass. Suggs has got 6 points.
How about the agility of Jalen Suggs to navigate the painted area and finish? Pretty nice stuff right there.
Here's Iverson. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Oh, he has a lot of tools in the toolkit. That right there was just one of them.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in this game. The Cavaliers lead by 6. Smith outside. 1:05 left in the third. McDaniels passes to Suggs. Pass to Smith. Tipped. Here's Iverson. He's got 14. Here's Lanier. Duren with a rebound. End of quarter management here. They can go 2 for 1.
Make the math work in your favor.
Suggs with the bucket. Suggs has got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
Here's the pick. There's the 3. Iverson can't hit, and they get it back. Over Suggs. And again, no good by Toronto. Allen inside. Got a hand on it. They recover it.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Cleveland shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. First one falls for him. Smith hits them both. Here's Iverson. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers earning this break in the... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Assist goes to.
The 4th quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. We've got Smith, and it's Stockton in at the point. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Pass to Rice. Picked by Smith. Down low. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Here's Pettit. Got a piece of it. Shot clock at 5. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got 4 rebounds now. Inside, Gilmore. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And now a 12-point Cleveland lead. On offense, here come the Raptors. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
And he knocks down the first one. Bowl, he's checked in for Smith. Second free throw, no good. The Cavaliers lead by 11. Some room here for Dort. Rebound by the Raptors. Pettit's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Pass to Marion. And again, Toronto, no good.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Here's Rice. Drains the triple. And the Cavaliers lead by 14.
Ooh, finally hitting one from range. That's his first 3 of the night.
Here's Pettit. 4-3. Nails it from 3.
His first 3 of the half. That gives him 9 total points from beyond the arc so far.
The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Here's Rice. Pass to Dort. Bol, a screen on Bryant to the inside. And finished off by Bol.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Here's Marion. And the layup is good. Marion's got his first points of the game.
Well, they're trying to establish their attack down in the paint. And make no mistake, these help their overall confidence.
Pass to Rice. From deep. It's hauled in by Eaton.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And how about our AT&T 5G Slam Cam? Couldn't have captured that play any better.
That's about reading the floor. Hits his man right where he wanted it.
Raptors trail by 11. Bryant outside. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth.
The perimeter game has failed him thus far. Hit 1 from range in the first half, but nothing since.
Pass to Stockton. Clock at 6. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. Here's Rice. A rebound by Lever. Lever's got his 4th rebound in this one. Bryant with the bucket.
Assistant, Pat Lever.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. Outside Bol. It's Dort on the wing. Pass to Stockton. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Suggs is checked in.
Number 4, Jalen Suggs.
And so here is Toronto. 9-point game. Bryant outside. Here's Lever. He's covered by Suggs. Corner shot. That one's good. Nothing but net. Pettit's got 9 points here in the second half.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now here's Bol. Suggs, right side. Clock at 4. Pass to Rice. The 15-footer. And it's Toronto with a rebound.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game up right now.
Bryant, no good. Cleveland leading by 7. Here's Rice. Now here's Suggs. Cleveland again missing. Here's Marion. He's covered by Suggs. Marion passes to Bryant. Free throw good. Bryant.
Taking 2 shots.
And so he hits both.
And after attempting no free throws in the first half, now he's putting the defense back on its heels.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. He kept it real with his team, telling them, I know you feel good about this lead, but let's not get lazy. Let's not act like this is a sure thing all of a sudden. Looking to keep their focus on the task at hand. Brian?
Thank you for that, Allie. Now here's Suggs. Pass to Gilmore.
Mark Eaton, his first team foul. At the line for Cleveland.
First free throw is good.
Taking 2 shots.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line. On offense, here come the Raptors. They're on a 13-5 run. Marion with the bucket.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Suggs, the pass to Gilmore.
2 minutes.
Dort against Bryant. To the paint. Here's Gilmore. Oh, there's a killer 2-hand slam.
I like that. Lou Dort knows I don't have an opportunity, but I can put a pass on time and on target and get my teammate involved. Nicely done.
Now here's Bryant. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Lou Dort picks one up.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
And he makes both free throws.
Well, this is the kind of player he is. The tougher the moment, the more he elevates his game.
1:33 left in the fourth. Here's Rice. Knocks down the long J.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Bryant against Dort. And then Bryant with the dunk.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. Suggs outside. Pass to Rice. Back to Suggs. There's a screen by Bull. To the middle. And finished off by Bull.
This is how you run the offense. You can see Suggs in command with his passing.
56 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Bryant. Another shot. Eden. It falls! And now they trail by just 4.
Now that's a confidence booster. Great effort on the offensive glass.
This guy just feeds off that fourth quarter pressure in a tight game like this. That's when we can really see the kind of heart he plays with.
And Suggs, here we go. Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle.
Despite his young age, we know Jalen Suggs has proven to be a tremendous leader. His teammates love playing with this guy.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, it's about the little details. Capitalize at the free throw line, add to your lead.
Driving inside. Count it! And now they trail by just 4.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And they go to the intentional foul. He gets the first, and that puts him up 5. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 6-point ball game. And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Dort against Bryant.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
His second personal, 4th team foul.
And here are the Cavaliers now. They've led by as many as 14.
5th team foul. At the line for Cleveland, Jalen Suggs.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. the second free throw, no good. Tough break there.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
And so it's Cleveland winning this one. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
NBA, they showed their